Hello and welcome to Arbour Park. We're at the home of Slough Town FC in the Vanarama South Division. Wonderful pitch here, and a big crowd have come here tonight for the first match in the Centenary Shield between England and Wales. It's a little bit rainy, it's a little bit dismal out there. The pitch is dirty, slidey, and we're looking for the teams. So you see the England team are already getting ready in the tunnel. They'll be out very shortly. They're not due out for another 3 or 4 minutes yet. And the teams were getting ready. We're having their pictures taken a little bit earlier on. The teams were having their pictures taken, and the teams were warming up earlier. And I managed to grab hold of both coaches. And this is what they both had to say. Here we see the local. Okay, Richie Alderson, thanks for joining us here pre-match before the Wales game. Richie, you were involved last year with the team. Obviously, they had a poor season, things you couldn't buy a goal. You know, what was your sum up from last year's efforts?
It was a good effort. We just obviously lacked a bit of quality in the final third. And I think this time, you know, the squad that we've picked, certainly going forward, and certainly defensively, we look a lot stronger, and I'm very confident that it will be a lot better than last year, especially against the Welsh.
So you've had a good pre-season, things have gone well for you, unbeaten, so you must be confident.
Yeah, very confident. Like I said, we've had a lot of games coming up into this game, and we had a fantastic training camp in Milan with Inspire Sport, which was certainly the team spirit, the way the lads have bonded, really helped us, and we did really well out there. The previous games, you know, we're undefeated, which shows, you know, we've got the quality and the belief now going into this game that we're ready for it. And the preparation's been first class.
It's raining quite well, not heavily, but it's definitely sticking to us all. It's going to be a bit of a slippy, slidey pitch with the ball on this 3G, so it's something that the players are going to have to adapt to from a normal grass pitches.
I've been in the change room and said I would love to be playing in this. You know, it's perfect conditions as far as I'm concerned. You know, a bit of zip, the ball will travel faster, and the lads can't wait to get out. You know, they don't need any motivation from us. Preparation's been class, and they just want to get out and play now.
Great.
So,
well, get out there. I'll let you get in because it is getting a bit wet. Thanks a lot, Richie.
Thank you.
Mark Lloyd-Williams, the coach here for the Welsh team. Opening match of the Centenary. How's pre-season gone for you? How have the warm-up matches gone for you?
Yeah, they've gone very well. To be honest, it was you know, tough selecting a squad. Never mind picking a starting 11, but you know, the lads are geared up for it and looking forward to the test.
It's a fresh new start. You know, one of the weird things about Centenary Shield is England have got one player from last season. How about yourself? Any players who have stayed over from last year?
Yeah, I think we've got 4 or 5. I think it happens every year with us because obviously we're a small nation. So we do rely on players. You know, we've got a couple of lads who are 2 years younger this year. So you know, it is you know, they've merit. And you know, they've done well so far.
Well, I remember commentating on the match. I think it was Bristol 2 years ago, and I remember commentating. And you had a really young team there. You got soundly beaten on that day, but you know, I said in the commentary that those young players would really build on that, and that experience is vital. And do you think that's going to really help out today?
Yeah, I think that's what happened last year. That's why we finished so strong last year, second in the Shield. So, you know, that experience held them in good stead, and hopefully, you know, the 5 or 6 we got left over from last year for this year, they'll pass on the knowledge and, you know, experience to the younger lads coming through, and, you know, hopefully we can go on better this year.
Finally, conditions are a little bit zippy out there, aren't they? It's the ball's going to zip around. Goalies are going to have to be a little bit careful on these long ones.
Yeah, it is. You know, watched your game yesterday in Northern Ireland v Scotland, and you know, that was a tough encounter. They're all tough games. You know, we're used to the rain in Wales, so you know, but you know, if it sips around it, hopefully, you know, the game will flow. And hopefully some entertaining game for the viewers. Good condition, always good playing on these 3G, 4G surfaces, isn't it? I'm not a big fan of them, to be honest. You know, being old school, but you know, they do serve the purpose, and you know, probably a lot of games have been called off. You know, if these pitches weren't available. But you know, with a bit of rain, you know, helps make sometimes the ball sticks if it's too dry, like the game yesterday. So you know, a bit of rain will make, you know, the ball, you know, travel a bit quicker along the field.
At least they can't give an excuse that there's a dodgy bounce or anything like that. That's one big thing.
Yeah, but some keepers will still blame the pitch or the bounce. So, but
Yeah.
it is what it is, and you know we've played, we've trained, you know, a lot on these surfaces. You know, these kids now have grown up with them, so you know it's not nothing foreign to our players or the English players to play on, you know, 3/4G surfaces.
No worries. Mark, thank you very much for talking to us.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, mate. Thanks.
So the Welsh manager, Mark Lloyd-Williams there. Lovely to speak to him, and also the England setup. You heard their thoughts earlier. It's the rain has not abated yet. It is still pummeling down out there. Our cameraman's getting a little bit wet. Ezra doing a sterling job down there. It looks like there's only England available, though. Wales are keeping everybody waiting. Just a quick opportunity. We'll have a quick look at last year's table, and we can see that it was a very disappointing season for the England team. There's only one player from the England team last year that has made it through to this year's squad, and last year, as I said in the interview, they just couldn't buy a goal. They were really struggling. Just one goal scored in 4 matches. A very tight table it is there, though, but Republic Ireland coming out on top in the end. Great victory for the Irish team. Northern Ireland doing exceptionally well, considering that their pool of players is so small. They really did excellent. Just 3 draws, actually undefeated throughout the season. Well, I think the referees and are in position in the tunnel. We'll have a look at the teams shortly, and here they come. Match referee is Alan Young, assistants Greg Reid, Chris Wade and Noel Lewis. And probably the biggest football match in these young players' lives as they come out onto the pitch. And as you can see, there's a good crowd out there. We're live here on the USFA YouTube channel. All the big England schools football matches live here online. Of course, national finals to come. There's some great action to come. I'll talk about that a little bit later. But for starters, I think we're going to have the dignitaries are just going to run along the teams. So the officials there are just being introduced. If I'd have done my homework, I could tell you who that was, but I wasn't aware that this was going to happen. Well, as you can hear in the arena, they're going through the teams, and here's the opportunity now to go through the 2 teams. Here's the England starting 11. Sam Tickle in goal, Rob Malila, Levi Tarbotton is the captain, number 5. Connor Taylor, Ross Johnston, Isaac Sinclair, Owen Windsor, Josh Story, James Dixon, Dean Rule and Ben Greenwood. Richie Alderson is the manager. As for Wales, this is their starting 11 here. Eric Green in goals, Evan Lloyd, Toby Vickery, Bobby Beaumont, Lee Jenkins, Jack Wilson, Cavan Williams, Dylan Rees-Jones, Taylor Williams, Ben Vanston, Taylor Evans, Mark Lloyd-Williams, and here are the national anthems. Always a very emotional moment for any Welshman as the teams shake hands. And here are the substitutes as well. This is the sub bench for both teams. England have just named 5. You're only allowed to use 5 substitutes in this competition. Wales actually named 7 players as their bench. So we're getting ready for kickoff here. England had a bit of a nightmare campaign last season. And as you heard with the interview with Richie Alderson, they were certainly feeling a lot confident. They've had a great tour, they've had a great pre-season. Spent time over at Inter Milan and unbeaten in all their competitions against some very, very high quality opposition. So I think there's quite a few of us out there that are quite looking forward to seeing what this England team have got. It's traditional colours here, Wales in the red, England in the white, and the 2 captains. Levi Tarbotton for England. And it's Lee Jenkins, the captain for Wales. Number 5 and number 6. How often do you see captains to be the more defensive-minded players? Referee manages to find a joke in tossing the coin. It looks like a very big coin. There's no danger of losing that in the grass. And Alan Young. Formalities are complete. The near side stadium is absolutely packed, and they're actually, well, it's real die-hard fan stuff out there. They've gone into the far stand as well, where the rain is coming across into their faces, so it really is quite difficult for them out there. So here we go. Friday night live football here on England Schools FA YouTube channel. "45 minutes each way." There's no extra time, of course. This is a round-robin group, so if they draw, then it's just a draw that goes on to the group table, and away we go. Oops. Good tackle there from Rob Malila, number 2 for England. Appeals there for a foul, and the referee took a second there to give it, but James Dixon just showing a little bit of strength there. And it will be a free kick back in England's half. Ross Johnston just being told to go back a little bit further. I mentioned 2 years ago England hosted Wales at Bristol Rovers Football Club. It was a very comprehensive victory for England, 4-0. They really did outclass the Welsh team, who did have a young side. A misplaced pass there. And well, Connor Taylor's a very tall lad, but even he couldn't reach that one. Went well over him. Ben Vanston here for Wales. 2 minutes gone, and just teams getting used to the surface a little bit. Very slidey pitch, as you just saw Vanston go down a little bit there. It's going to be difficult to play, and lovely bit of skill there from. And the referee is going to want a little work. Just see this wonderful skill here from number 19, Dean Rule. Big ball. No challenge there for Rule. And a bit of an unnecessary little challenge. I think the referee is going to have a little word here. We'll just watch this again. Rule wins the header unchallenged and then decides, well, actually, it's plenty here. Ben Green, and then, well, I don't know what rules at all. Referee's going to have a word. So the long kick from Eric Green. Tremendous header there from Levi Tarbotton, the captain. This is these balls are pinging a long way. And this surface, rain seems to have just stopped for a second, but oh no, it hasn't. It's still coming down, but very light rain. Light but sticking. And teams are just still feel they're just getting used to the conditions here a little bit. It's a lovely ball forward, and the goalkeeper has to come out, and well, he's done well there. Read the situation, could see that his team were in trouble. So far, no major chances for either team here. That's a lovely ball. What a ball that is. And there was nobody waiting. And Wales don't clear. Here's an opportunity and a shot, which an opportunist shot. Had a little pop. We'll just have a quick look at that one again. That's a great ball across. Rule, who certainly looks as if he's a threatening player. And it's the number 5 here, Bobby Beaumont, who just gets a little bit confused. And well, that's a great attempted shot there from Ben Greenwood. That was only a fraction away from being a curler into the top corner. Well, you get a feeling that this game does potentially have goals in it, doesn't it? Hope you're enjoying the coverage here on ESFA TV on our YouTube channel. There is a There is a man of the match vote on Twitter in the second half, as that was a few laughs from the crowd there after that unnecessary foul. And well, I'll give you details of that shortly as to how you can vote for your man of the match in the second half. Don't just vote for your mate. So England swinging the ball in high, and two of the Welsh players going down. One of them under an unfair little nudge from England, Connor Taylor, number 6. England do have a taller team. It was handshakes. It was noticeable that England did have a little bit of a height advantage between the two teams. Eric Green rolls out, nicks an extra 10 yards. Tarberton does well there to clear that one out. Bit of pressure from Even Lloyd. England appealing for the free kick. Ref doesn't want to know. And Tarberton clears his lines, but not far enough. And a shot from long distance goes wide. Well, we did have a result in the Crusaders at the Seaview Stadium. Northern Ireland, Scotland 1-0 there. Good skills here. And again, Dean Rule causing chaos there. Just watch these skills here. As Rule's definitely got a good bit of footwork there. Turns inside. We're back live with action. So far, just 10 minutes on the clock, and you'd say that England probably look a little bit more threatening out of the two teams, but it's still very early days. Here's a chase on, and Jack Wilson does well there, but Connor Taylor clears his lines. And he does well himself. Good bit of play there from both players. Connor Taylor for England. See the rain piling down there in the distance. Oh, the throw's missed at the near post. This is danger for England as Wales. And that's going to go for a goal kick. Well, if we just see this again. Just watch this. This is the man at the near post went up for it, actually misjudged it. And then, well, that ball just didn't fall to a red foot, but could so easily. Looks like we've got a corner here for Wales. First corner of the match. Goalkeepers comes out, just gets upon to it. Complete miss kick from Sinclair. Wales have got an opportunity here, and I think that's going to be giving us offside. Well, the goalkeeper there made his first big move in the match, and well, that ball does seem to be drifting a little bit in the rain. The wind, there is a bit of a wind blowing left to right, and from the near stand to the far stand. So obviously a little bit of wind got behind that ball. The goalkeeper was at full stretch just to palm it away. Tarbutt, the captain, had to knee that one out. It is, we are on a 3G surface here, and there's no doubt that, well, as Mark Lloyd-Williams said, he's more of a old-fashioned style, and I'd possibly subscribe to that myself, but these balls can sometimes bounce up in and around the neck and the head unnecessarily. You don't get on grass. The Wales have pushed a lot of players forward here, 7 in and around the England box. And a big ball to the far post. Ball's gone loose, cleared away the second attempt. And now a counter-attack opportunity. And the referee may well go to his card here. Well, he's only giving him a warning, but that was, you could say that was pretty unnecessary. And just see this again on the replay. This is not nice at all. Taylor Evans coming straight in through the back of Dean Rule. And I'm surprised the yellow card hasn't been given there. Dean has been really threatening so far in this match. Shows he's willing to come back into his own half as well. Just like there, he's all around the place. Anyway, first warning given. That ball's gone way too long. Good example of the wind there. Wind and rain just having a bit of effect, and that one flew off the boot. Yes, so Northern Ireland currently top of the table. They finished second last year, and they beat Scotland last night over at the Seaview Stadium at Crusaders. Lovely, lovely stadium. That is another 3G surface. And a 1-0 victory for Northern Ireland there. Good crowd. Lovely to see so many kids in the crowd here as well. So a little bit more family-friendly atmosphere than your typical semi-professional game. Nice little ball down the line. Played on by Windsor. Greenwood's going to try and chase us, and Greenwood manages to nick the ball here. Ball's going to cross the goal. What a chance that was. And it just didn't fall to an England foot. And Wales managed to escape there, and now try to build it themselves. Here's the replay as England just played the ball around the back. What a chance that was. Good skills from Ben Greenwood, the number 20, who just was fouled there himself. But Greenwood made a chance out of nothing there. Just hear the coaches below us shouting out instructions. Ben Greenwood is a Liverpool fan from the Surrey region. He's actually a season ticket holder at Aldershot Town, so he's in this sort of area, not too far away from Slough. In fact, Dean Rule, number 19, the attacking force for England, is also a Surrey County player. He's a Manchester United fan though, so he doesn't share everything with his forward colleague Ben Greenwood, and he plays for Camberley Town, who played a pretty high level here. So getting selected for England schools is obviously a great honour. We've had some great players over the years. We've had well, Beckham and Rooney. Just don't make names. So Wales surviving the major scare so far of this first half. The rain is not stopping. Cameraman is going to be soaking wet by the end of tonight. The two main cameramen are lovely, nicely covered. They're enjoying themselves, but our mobile man is having a tough time of it out there. England do have the advantage of this wind, of course. It'll be interesting that we've seen Wales play a few long balls. Well, that's been given handball. I felt that came off the chest. It'll be interesting to see with if Wales are playing longer balls with the wind behind them. Could that be a serious threat in the second half?
Go on.
Sorry if you're hearing we've got a few of the kids getting a bit restless in the background. They've had their 20 minutes and now they want to go and play football. There's a lovely flick on there from Ben Vanston for Wales, and the shot on the half volley going wide. Good to see all four sides of the stadium actually with spectators in. They've come out to support the England team here. Real honour for a club such as Slough Town to have a game like this here. The other match, which will be taking place in England and we'll be covering live, is at Redditch United, so up in the Midlands area against Northern Ireland. Real pressure coming on here from Windsor, and here's an opportunity, pulls the trigger, keeper saves and cleared. That was great play. Oh. Just see the replay here. We're back to live. We'll catch up with that in a second. Here's Greenwood, pulls it across. Oh, that's a great ball across. Oh, keeper happy to let that one go wide. Well, look at the replay of that earlier move. This was superb. Great skills on the right, pulls the trigger. Keeper can only stick a foot out. And again, England. That was Rob Malila, who's showing he's got some marauding skills down that right-hand side of the pitch, coming up from right back. Welsh players are appealing for a foul there, as I think the England number 6, Connor Taylor, there was had two hands on the shoulders of the Welsh forward, Vanston. Great to see so many young kids in the far stand as well. We're hearing them on the effects mic. There's no doubt we can't avoid that. I hope it doesn't put your enjoyment off as they play a few ball games around here. Evan Lloyd there doing well. Wales get the throw. Oh, did they get that as a foul? Let's have a look at that again. Just watch this. Oh, they're giving handball. Okay. No, they haven't. They're given a foul. Okay. So Wales do get a free kick here. Just like a corner, really. Not sure what the referee was just having a word there. There's a wicked curling cross inside the 6-yard box, and keeper stayed on his line this time. 15 rule, marauding away as ever. England with the throw. Dixon there, James Dixon. Another Surrey man, Chelsea supporter this time. It is just coincidence that the 3 players I've mentioned all come from Surrey. Those are the only 3 players from Surrey in the squad, so but they are well represented here. Evan Lloyd with the throw. I think the Welsh management asking for the long throw to come in here, so Jack Wilson is going to get the ball. As you can see, all the Welsh players in and around the penalty spot here. So he's got a little bit of a wind behind him this time. This one could go deep. Here's Taylor. Tarbottom. Wales putting pressure on England here. They're not just pulling back to their halfway line. It's good to see that they're challenging England in their own half. England have to play along the ball. Oh, that's a great touch from Rule. And Rule, we've seen he can go either way. Typically right-footed. Runs out of space, but does well to keep it. Here's Sinclair. Sinclair pulls the ball back. Here's the shot. And James Dixon there pulls out a save from Eric Green. Here's the replay. Here's the shot from Dixon. And Green holds on well. Been an enjoyable match so far. No goals, but plenty of potential. You feel that both attacking lines are confident they're going to get their names on the score sheet here from both teams. Greenwood is on the left-hand side of midfield. Flicks it up. Dixon. England have got a very fluid team lineup. Players take positions freely, and I wonder if that's come from some of their time that they've had abroad. They've had a bit of time in Spain and spent time at Inter Milan in Italy. Taylor clears his line. Wales have a chance to rebuild here down the left-hand side. Here's Jack Wilson. And Jack Wilson's dumped on the ground. Let's just watch this again. Yes, no doubt that that's a foul. Well done, Wilson. And now it's going to be a free kick from the far side. Rob Malila from Sussex plays for New Haven, and he's an Arsenal supporter, so he won't be too happy with matters after last night. Losing 3-1 to Ron in the Europa League. At least they've still got the second leg to go. England have got players in, and that was a chance. That was a real chance there. Let's have a look at this one again. You just see the goalkeeper comes out, but there's a header on that from Lee Jenkins, and well, if he'd have just got a flick on it, just almost, he got too much head on that one. And well, that's a foul. It's yeah. See this one again. Yeah, that's a very late challenge. In fact, he probably takes more of a hit there, does Isaac Sinclair, as he came in very uncontrolled, and Lee Jenkins copped him one. not deliberately, of course, but I don't think he was too pleased with the challenge. Dylan Rees-Jones, number 10. This is turning into a great match. This is two very able teams. Well, here's Jack Wilson again, who we've already seen come throw the ball a long way, but I don't think this is going to go as far. He's got the wind and rain right against him here. Still not bad, and that ball is loose. That's a brilliant win from Jenkins, but England look to try and break on the counter now. And well, Rule decides he wants to try and go himself, but in the end the ball rules out of play. Wasn't a very straight pass from Mr. Rule. Say straight ruler sort of thing. No. I'm sure there's lots of people at home that got that. Yeah, I know. Here we go. England referee's playing advantage here. Here's Rule again. Oh, turns in and side and out beautifully. Well, he's certainly got the Wales players guessing, and I think the referee might be wanting to have a word with somebody here. There you go. You see on the ref, number 5. Bobby Beaumont is going to get, I think you could say that is pretty much a last warning there. He's been involved in a couple of incidents, and I think the referee said, I've had enough, next one you're in the book. Here's Mabila. Good turn inside and out. Back to Dixon. Wales cleared our lines well. That's a push from behind, you would think, but the referee felt that was fair. And Tickle has to come out and clear his lines there. Slight miss kick. And that will be offside. Sam Tickle from Greater Manchester area. Played a bit with Wigan Athletic, but now with Pilkington, and a Manchester United fan. Ben Greenwood coming back onto the left-hand side. And we'll look to switch, find a bit of space. So, brilliant to see how comfortable all these players are on the ball, but as I say that, Sinclair just gives the ball away, and here's an opportunity for Wales, but Wilson's offside there. Don't know if we can just let's have a look, see if we can see this offside here as he plays the ball there. Yeah, I think that's offside. Always amazes me to think how linesmen can actually do that job. It never fails to amaze me how good they are at working the offsides. I almost have to have eyes in two places at the same time, knowing when the ball was hit and looking along the line. 15 minutes to go in this first half here at Arbor Park Stadium, the home of Slough Town FC. And there's been half chances both sides. I think England's probably had the best 2 chances, but Wales certainly look threatening. And this match is in the balance. I made mention to the game 2 years ago at Bristol where England really outclassed the Wales team, who were quite under-strengthed back then. There's 5 players have come from that team 2 years ago, and they're much bigger, got real experience under the belts, and they're giving England a real game here tonight. That's a slight scuff there from Evan Lloyd. And Tickle. Tarberton. Out to Taylor. Taylor comes inside nicely. And I think he was hoping that Greenwood would make the run there, but Greenwood stayed back. Rule plays the ball back to Josh Story. Now Rule decides, his obviously confidence is going to be high. Rule's had some great runs so far in this first half. Here's Malila. Malila hangs a high cross, but Wales have got some tall players at the back. Here's Sinclair at Greenwood. Shot from Windsor. Blocked. Here's Johnston. Johnston has a chance, and the goalkeeper pulls it for save. That may have actually been going wide. Let's have a look at this yet again. See the shot there from Windsor, and well, it's going to be hard to tell, but well, the goalkeeper just decides to make sure and play safe. And Eric Green, always best to be safe than sorry when you're in goals. England go, oh, there's a chance, and that was Josh Story there, who he had a free header and just missed the ball. And England are going to get the free kick here. Let's have a look at replay here. Just have a quick look at this, and that is a free header from Josh Story, and you can see he puts his hands to his head. You can't believe that. The referee just putting his white line in there. Swing into the far post. Tarbutton wasn't really expecting it there. And, well, the referee, the yellow card does come out for number 8. Yes, that was a little bit uncontrolled, you could say. So Josh Story gets the yellow card there. And a bit of treatment here for Ross Jenkins. Well, he's going to be okay. Good to see. Clearly won that, but might be a twisted ankle there for Taylor. Just looking a little bit rough there as he went high for the header and just fell awkwardly. 10 minutes to go in this first half, and here's Dean Rule, who's judged as offside, although the ref might be bringing something back here. I think, is there a yellow card? There is a yellow card. and that was what? Yeah, I'm not sure what number that player is, but he's just received a yellow card for that challenge, which, to be honest, that looked as if he won the ball, and also England had an advantage there. So I don't know. I think that's a little bit unfortunate there. Don't know if we can see what number that player was. Number 18, Taylor Evans, getting the yellow card for Wales. Less than 10 minutes to go here. England 0, Wales 0 in this Centenary Shield match for under-18 boys' schools. That's a beautiful ball down the line. There was no support in the box there. Something that maybe the England coaches might look at. Actually, beautiful little ball down there from James Dixon to the outside of the right foot. Good skills here from Windsor. Windsor plays it out to Dixon. Dixon again, 1-2 with Malila. Malila back. Big ball in, and the keeper does really well there. Eric Green is a pretty accomplished goalkeeper. Got good position. Well, that kick doesn't come to anything, and Malila has got time. Wales just a little bit caught out here, and just wonder if there's a couple of maybe a couple of Welsh players just labouring or something. But Malila had a good 20 yards to run there without any challenge. It's been quite a high-tempo match here between these two good teams. Fitness may be something that plays a part a little bit here, because Wales just seem to be labouring a little bit over the last couple of minutes, and clear out, and that's an interesting sight to see there. No real challenge in midfield. That ball is a little bit tight, but just has the legs for Tickle to drive that ball in again with the wind behind, straight from box to box. 5 minutes to go. That's a solid tackle, and well, so many old diehards in the crowd love that one. Watch this again. Ball and everything. I think there's a few referees may have given that as a foul. Next match is next Thursday, Wales versus Northern Ireland at Aberystwyth. There's the free kick. Kevin Williams to take, swings it in. They've definitely got some height. There's a chance. And has that been ruled offside? I think it has. Well, let's have a look at this again. The referee's not having that conversation. Well, let's have a look at this again. And, well, this is the moment. And, oh, well, I'll tell you what, we're going to be looking at that at half-time. I don't think that's offside. As you can see, the reaction, neither did he. We'll have a quick look at that at half-time, but I think England have just got away with one there. Nice, nice skills there from Tarbotton. We'll have another look at that again at half-time, which is only going to be a few minutes away. And I'm quite stunned to see what a great crowd have come here tonight to watch this match, considering the conditions are really quite poor. Ticker will come out and just clear up, and very wise head on Young's shoulders there. Just make sure that that goes out of the ground. He's well out of position. Didn't want to risk a quick throw or anything like that. We're just waiting for the officials board to see how much injury time is going to be awarded. There's about a minute to go before we'll see the board. Free header here for Tarbotton. It's been a good first half here. And the board has gone up 1 minute. Has been shown on the board. We're not actually in injury time yet. The referee not giving that, saying he's happy with the challenge. And now we've got a player down. Let's have another look at this. Great skills here from Malila, and well, yeah, I think the referee has made an excellent call there. I don't think there was any deliberate intent there from Jenkins to bring down Malila. It was just Malila just ran into him. Well, very close to half-time. Well, it's certainly not been a boring 0-0, that's for sure. This has, he's had lots of half opportunities and one big talking point, which we'll have a look at once half-time has happened. And there you go, the referee blows his whistle. And well, I think both teams will be quite happy with that first half. They go in goalless, but certainly we've certainly had a fair few half-little opportunities, and I think the main one, I would say, is the one we're going to look at in a second. And the officials just leave the ground. Going to have a cup of tea or whatever. Maybe a bit of whiskey in there. Well, let's have a quick look at this offside situation. So here we go. So this is the moment, and we'll try and stop it at both occasions. We both know what went on here. Again, Jenkins getting involved. There's a miss kick there. There's the touch, and it's scored. Well, I think we get a better view from this side angle. You see they're really not happy with that. Well, let's have a little look from this angle, because I think we get a better view here. Here we go. It's just a touch on the ball there. Now, if we just go back, a second, and well, to me, I think that's onside. But it is. He is in a good position. And, well, we're going to just take a quick break here. We're just going to try and sort out our microphone. As you may have gathered, we've just lost sound there because there are too many kids playing football next to our microphone, and we'd rather have the players coming out on our mic. So listen to a nice bit of music for 5 minutes. We'll be back shortly. So welcome back, and England team are out on the pitch a little bit earlier. Yeah, England come out a little bit early here, and well, it's still not exactly pleasant conditions out there. I think, I don't know if the manager's just decided to get them out there just to acclimatise a little bit more. That wind is still blowing a little bit right to left and a little bit from our cameras to the far side at a sort of 45-degree angle. We're just waiting for the Welsh team. Well, they were late coming out for the start of the match, so no reason to suggest that they're not going to hold back here in the second half, but I'm hearing that the changing room door is opening. As I said earlier, we've got Northern Ireland versus Wales next Thursday. Now that's over at Wales at Aberystwyth. Here comes the Welsh team with the coaching staff. The match yesterday over at Crusaders in Northern Ireland in Belfast. Speaking to Mark Lloyd-Williams, he was actually over there doing a bit of a spy mission on the two teams. As the game wasn't webcast, so they had to go over and watch. Good crowd here tonight. There's the yeah, a bit of hot coffee and a hot bun, that'll do. It's not exactly warm out there, certainly not summer yet. And I think the referee's made the fatal mistake. He's gone out, and I think, has he gone out without a ball? Not sure what's going on there, but anyway. But the good news is we've changed the position of our microphone, and so we're not going to be. We're going to actually listen to sound from the match rather than the kids' match that's going on to the side of the stand. There's a few people in the crowd who are not happy about that decision. Just having a little look at this. Yeah, well, he felt the hand in his back and just decided he'd go down, and you know, fair enough, I think. Not sure what we're waiting for here. Oh, this is getting a bit petty. Yeah, I'm not sure what all this is about, really. But anyway, back on with it. And the long ball there. Again, England not winning the header. And I'm sure the... it's all happening here down on the touchline. Well, I think one of the things that the Welsh coaching staff possibly have identified is that some of these long balls that have come in, an England player hasn't got a header on the ball as it's come in, and we have seen loose balls, and it happened there again. So possibly this is a little tactical move here from the Welsh team to bring in a few higher balls. Centre halves have pushed up for this one as well. Getting at the near post again, the ball loose in the box, and England managed to clear, but sooner or later Wales are going to score from one of those. Not exactly the tidiest bit of football there from either team. Here's Dylan Rees-Jones. Can't see any substitutes so far, just looking around on the pitch. Looks to be pretty much as we were. I'll keep an eye out. So here's Jack Wilson, who's we've already seen has got a throw. He's got a bit of wind behind him from this side. That's an enormous throw, almost lands, and there's two Welsh players challenging for the ball and not an Englishman in sight there. Now here's the counter-attack. In fact, here is Declan Arbour, so England have made a change. Number 9, Arbour up front. It looks like Greenwood may have off. Here's a header from Rule. Let's have a little look at that earlier challenge. Look at this, two Welsh players, both going for the same ball, getting in each other's way. And not an Englishman in sight there. And then up at the other end, well, Declan Arbour, the number 9, he's on the pitch. It's a big kick from Eric Green. Here's the counter-attack from England here, down the left-hand side. Cutting from Isaac Sinclair, and it was Rule there with a solid header. He looks as if he's got goals in him. Looks like there's another substitute. There's another substitution taking place down below us, is there? So Alaric Jones is about to come on. And that looks like Jenkins coming off. I don't know what was on the board. If anybody saw a board, let me know. But I think that was Lee Jenkins coming off there. And I think for England, as the throw is deep in the box. And another corner one. Well, I think it's Ben Greenwood who's gone off for England, and Declan Arbour has come on, but we'll keep an eye on that. There wasn't a board held up as the second half started. A few fans still coming back from their half-time refreshments. It's a poor corner there. England kick clear easily. Sinclair, who's certainly playing a little bit more of a forward role, it seems, in this second half, and it looks like Dean Rule has dropped back a little bit into more midfield, attacking midfield. Well, Ben Greenwood is there, number 20, so apologies for that. England clear their lines. Could well be each team's allowed 5 substitutes. You just hear the referee asking them to hold up. Is there another substitute maybe? Yeah, here it is, 15 is on. And what number is that off? And it's Taylor Evans, number 18, who's off. So a couple of changes there made. England pushing forward. It's Josh Story who's come off for England, number 14. It's a good cross in. Wales some fresh blood, and I think Bobby Beaumont there taking one to the head. Yes, that's well, in all fairness, Ben Greenwood had no elbow up or anything. It was just the head was there and he came in with a challenge, but well played there, Ben Greenwood. Just realised that he wasn't going to win the ball and couldn't stop himself once he jumped up in the air. It's a great winner there from Sinclair. Does well to land well. Got the arm out early just to break his fall, did Sinclair. Oh, it's good play from Wales here. Dylan Rees-Jones. But pace from Tarberton there was exceptional. Wales keep possession. It's an awkward one, little deflection. And Tickley's out to collect. And the competition was pretty low scoring last year. So far just the 1 goal in match number 1 and no goals here, so low scoring so far this year. But we're only 1.5 games into a 10-game competition. Wales just the 1 man up front, as you see there, is number 8, Kevin Williams. Got a lot on. Bit of support from Jack Wilson on the left side. Here's Sinclair. Forward to the substitute, Arbour. Arbour looks as if he's got a few tricks up his sleeve. There's the ball up for Dean Rule, who's challenged and on the floor at the moment. I'm surprised the referee didn't actually blow up for that, and he's now blowing, because that could have been nasty. Well, let's have a little look to see what happened here. So the ball swung in, and here's Rule going up for the challenge. He's just given a nudge, and that's him down. And yes, he's just got a little bit of a boot in the face there. That's not really very pleasant. It's possibly a good job, but we don't have VAR at the Centenary Shield yet. That may happen one day. But I think you've got to say that looked deliberate. I don't know if we can. The referee's going to play a drop ball there. Well, both teams couldn't work out. Oh, this is great skills from Sinclair, and that's one's gone out. Appealing for a corner. Let's have another quick look at this. We'll just go a little bit slower. I am aware that if you slow these things down so much that, you know, they always look a lot worse. But, you know, I think truly that, yeah, I've got a feeling that that was a deliberate kick there. And that one probably not his proudest moment on the pitch. 10 minutes gone in his second half. Really even match here. Chances both sides. Wales probably not had the outstanding single chance, but, well, they did, of course, score. And it was given as offside, but I'm pretty much on the side of saying that he was at least level, and that should have been allowed. Well, the referee here is deciding he's going to give yellow cards to the 2 Welsh officials, Mark Lloyd-Williams and well, I suppose you can do it. I'm a little bit puzzled. I've played a lot of football in my time, and I've seen many managers sent to the stands. I don't think I've ever seen a manager get a yellow card. Sport, well, that would be given as a free kick. Sport's quite interesting at times, and sometimes you see things that you've never seen before, and I don't think I've ever seen that. Truly interesting. And I think Mark Lloyd-Williams, you can just see at the bottom of your screen there, he's looking a bit bewildered himself. It's like, what does that mean? If I get 5 yellow cards, am I banned from playing a match? Or, but I'm a manager. Okay. We'll have a look at the rule book maybe, and next time we do commentary, which will be the match over at Redditch. I might have an answer for you. England playing Northern Ireland at Redditch United on the 5th of April, so just about a month's time. But I will certainly be asking a few people what just happened there. Just felt like the referee had had enough, didn't he? He said, I'm going to give you all yellow cards. Look, everybody on the bench, you can all have one. A little bit of daring play here. And Mark Lloyd-Williams imploring his players to work hard, and he's getting the result. A lot of work going in there from Jack Wilson, chasing that ball down, but that was the response. Forced a rush ball. Wales going long again. Certainly valid tactic from what we've seen so far in this match. England possibly not so strong at clearing those balls. That's a strong header. And great skills from Dylan Rees-Jones. Here's Williams, Rees-Jones. Malila gets the foot in. England try and bring it away. Gets a little bit messy, but Taylor switches it out left. Here's Johnston. And that's not the sort of ball that Arbour's going to want to be receiving. He wants the ball to his feet. A little bit patchy, bit of patchy play here from both teams. That's a lovely ball down the line. Here's Malila, and great work there from Taylor Williams, who does well to cover that. Malina's got some pace, as we've already seen, and he was down there, corner to England. Just coming up to the hour mark on the clock. I get the feeling that one goal may well settle this match. Ball to the far post. That's a good win at the back. Wales, you see, really pressing early. Rees-Jones and Wilson, that was, forcing England to release the ball early on. If you are watching this match, we're in a short while we'll be giving you a short list of 4 players who we believe in our experts chair, not myself by the way, who are nominated for man of the match. There's a great shot, and that's a sharp save from Tickle. Now here's Arbour. Arbour's looking good here. He's looking to release one on with his right foot. Crowd getting behind him. Wales managed to clear it away, but Arbour looks threatening. Here's Arbour again. Pretty much a solo presence for England up front. Well, let's have a quick look at that earlier Welsh chance. This is a good play down the side here from Williams, and there's the shot, and the sharp save from Tickle. Here's England not messing about. Dixon. Oh, the ball's missed. Here's Dean. Chance for Sinclair, and a last-ditch challenge there from Taylor Williams. Here we see again that ball, and that's a great challenge there from Williams. That one had a bit of power behind it. That could have been very dangerous indeed. Here's a substitution. Number 19, Charlie Caton, is coming on for Wales, and I'm just waiting for the number here to see who's coming off. And it's Kevin Williams who's come off. Cleared away easily by Wales, and here's the counter. And it's, well, England have got players back, but that's a beautiful ball through. Dylan Rees-Jones. England cut it away. That was a really fast counter-attack from the Welsh team, but England sprinted back. Vull goes in with a sliding challenge. No contact made with the player. Those are the sort of challenges that at one stage UEFA wanted to ban, and they're certainly less prevalent in the game than they used to be. Well, that's a solid challenge from Sinclair. And the referee says nothing wrong there. Here's Arbour, the substitute. Inside, Malila. And Malila, well, just got his footing wrong there. But a good bit of football. Here's Malila. Just lost his footing at the right time. His left foot just went totally away. Well, that was an interesting occurrence. A good play again. England covering back well. It's great to see both teams playing a fair bit of football as well. This is an awkward one. Tarberton decides to clear. Goalkeeper didn't fancy that one. Sinclair, he's certainly steps it up a little bit in this second half. Arbour tries to play in. A little replay here. That little occurrence gave everybody a little giggle here as the goalkeeper miskicked, but a little bit of fortune went straight to a red foot. Well, the England coach did say in his pre-match interview that he felt that his team were much stronger at the back, but also they offered more up front than last season, so improving in all departments. Nice to see some of the crowd have braved it now as the rain has stopped, and they're all out by the side of the pitch rather than huddling underneath the covers here at Arbour Park in Slough. Good play there from from England. Here's the shot from distance. What a save! And that's the best chance so far in the match. I'll see this again. Oh, we'll just... Here we go. Here's the chance. It's a shot from James Dixon. It wasn't Dixon, actually. But a great save there from Eric Green. That was Ross Johnston there, the number 8. Yes, Eric Green. Best save so far in the match. Getting a bit of grief from some of the home supporters behind the goal. It's one of the worst things about being a goalkeeper. They always get picked on by the home team supporters. That's a lovely ball. What a ball that is. Rhys Jones. Oh, great skills from Williams. Wales have got men in the box as well. He's driven it across. Oh, that was beautiful to see. Well, just what? Well, what? We've got to watch this again. Look at this. Bang. Taxi for England on that one. Looks like a substitute taking place. Number 7, James Richardson, is getting ready to come on. And who's come? And who? I think there's a bit of confusion about who's to come off. Like, I did see a board there beforehand, but it looks like the board has been retired. Number 6 is coming off, which is Connor Taylor. And it looks like number 19 is also off, Dean Rule. And that means we've got 2 players on. No, 19 is staying on. He's just come to welcome one of his teammates. That's nice of him. 20 minutes to go. So England have made 2 substitutions so far. Wales have made 3. It's one of those nasty little collisions, but thankfully nobody hurt there. Malila. And the referee is going to go to his card. And we now have a red card for Mark Lloyd-Williams. And I think he's making the home fans but he's been sent up to the stands, and I think the referee has just had enough. So the manager is sent off. I don't think we have a graphic for that, but it's still 11 aside. There's no little red card that's going to go on our little scorebook in the top corner because it's still 11 aside. But I don't know what repercussions that has for later on in the season, whether he gets banned from a touchline for the next match. I don't know. Anyway, it gave a little bit of light entertainment to the home fans. He's got quite a loud voice. He's a fiery character. I'm sure he's going to be heard still on the pitch from there. He's possibly going to hear him more from up in the stands. I don't think I'd want to be sat next to him, Nick, if just talking to my producer. If you're in the crowd and you've got your nice seat and suddenly the manager's sent off and he comes and sits next to you, you're not going to exactly be too pleased about that. My producer's trying to find the rules. I thought you were on Facebook then for a second. Or maybe you're on Twitter looking for the Man of the Match award, which apparently I'm told, if you go to the @SchoolsFootball Twitter, there will be a vote put up very shortly, and you can vote for who your Man of the Match is. I'm very pleased to say that I don't have anything to do with the Man of the Match today, knowing my record on these things. Referee's got his yellow card out, but he's just moving it pockets. Right, okay. Yeah. Just being told that if they get the red card, they've got to go to the stands. But also, there's usually repercussions. That's a big ball in, and the keeper had to come out for that one. Just inside the 6-yard box. He does well and clears with his left hand, which is unusual. So he's right-handed, so he actually ended up punching it with his wrong hand. Still effective. 18 minutes to go. It's we've had a few little interesting incidents and a little bit of a sideshow with the Welsh manager being sent to the stands as well. This is good play here from Alaric Jones, and well, the substitute. Let's have another look at this again. Does well there and decides that's not far away at all. Had a little bit of swerve in it as well, which took it away from the goal. Could have troubled the goalkeeper had it been on target. It's Evan Lloyd. Rule with the challenge, wins the ball. Referee says fair challenge. Well, you sense that Wales are now on top in this match. I think in the first half you may have said that England were the team most likely to score. And there's certainly a little period towards the end of the first half where you felt that some of the Welsh players were starting to labour a little bit, but 3 substitutions and you feel that Wales are actually in control on this game. So there will be a poll placed on the Schools Football Twitter page. 18,500 followers on Twitter. It's not bad going. And yeah, so you can there'll be a little voting engine that's put on there and you'll be able to choose your man of the match. There's a boot on the pitch there belonging to a Welsh player. Here's Sinclair. Oh, what a ball that is! And Wales managed to clear. Ross Johnson clipped in. Goalkeeper under pressure from his own player, but does really well. That wasn't an easy take. There was a head right next to it. Just see, yes, his own player actually went up there, but the goalkeeper did well. Another long kick, and yes, too long. You've got to take a little bit out there. That's just giving the possession away. Feel like Superman with the wind behind. That will be a foul as Harbour shrugs off the player under challenge. Might be another substitution going here. Got a feeling the referee's blown his whistle, but I think it's just he wants it taken from the right place. "15 minutes to go. England 0, Wales 0 in this Centenary Shield clash here at Arbor Park. Dixon inside. Here's Rule, who's been threatening throughout the whole match, and well, I think if I'm not in charge of the voting system, but I think Dean Rule has been one of those players you've got to look at as well, I think certainly in the top 4. He's really made his mark on this game. Things just haven't run his way, but he's certainly, when he's had opportunities, he's really been in the mix. I've really liked Lee Jenkins, who's now off the pitch, and Jack Wilson. Dylan Rees-Jones, number 10 for Wales, has been superb. So has Teller Williams. I think Declan Arbor, number 9 for England, who's come on for the second half. He's looked very sharp, but Levi Tarbotton, the captain for England, at the back. Great reader of the game. So yeah, this one would be a tough one for a man of the match. I'm glad I don't have to choose it. Here's Malila. Lovely little 1-2. And Malila, another player who's been a standout. Tarbotton. England having a little bit of space and having a bit of time on the ball. So, Wales just come back for a change. Rather than chasing it, they decided to just put bodies behind the ball and invite England in. Here's Malila. Out wide to Dixon, and that's straight into our cameraman. Here we go. Cameraman's part of the match. Wales with the throw. Williams. Under a bit of pressure there. England get the throw. And referee's he's very pernickety about his yardage. Ball's gone free. A little bit scrappy in the middle there. Tarbotton does well, uses his body brilliantly. Well, I'm told, and I've just checked, the man of the match for England is live now on the @SchoolsFootball Twitter address. So just search for Twitter and @SchoolsFootball, and the 4 players, all English, because this is being run by the England Schools FA, of course. Dean Rule, number 19, Ross Johnson, number 8, Levi Tarbotton, number 5, and Connor Taylor, number 6. So votes there. I see there's a few people voted already. I've just placed my vote, and I can tell you early on, Levi Tarbotton is already into an early lead, so I'll keep an eye on that one. That's a nice way of doing it. I quite like this. Takes the responsibility off me, because what do I know anyway? And we can actually, basically, we can find out which of those 4 players has got the most friends on Twitter who is going to vote for him. That's, I think, what we're trying to do. Of course not. But I do apologise to our Welsh friends. Maybe the Wales Schools FA might run a man of the match on their Twitter handle. If you're watching, feel free and send me a message. We're at 247_TV if you want to send me a quick message, and I'll happily promote your man of the match also. 10 minutes to go. Who's going to step up in this final 10 minutes? And here's an opportunity. And England clear well, and Tarbotton again clears the lines for England. I just feel that England have potentially just run out of a few ideas there. Just became a bit of football table tennis there as the ball's just hoofed from one end to the other. Now we get a bit of football breaking out. Throw to England. Here's Dean Rule again, out to Malila. Cleared out. Dixon tries to bring the ball down, but he's dispossessed. And at the moment, Wales have, well, Jack Wilson, who's been amazing, he's still going into the corner and will happily win the throw. Well done, Jack Dixon. And Rob Malila is not very happy with his forwards there. I'm not sure what's going on there. It's a bit of a discussion with a referee. See if we can just... was there a player down, perhaps? No. Just general complaining to the referee about something that happened earlier, perhaps. England clearing the long balls, but they really want the players up front want the ball to feet more. And this is more like it. Rule on the right-hand side. But James Richardson goes left instead. Here's Rule. Out to Sinclair. Ball gone a little bit loose. Ben Greenwood decides to have a go from distance, and it's yes, high, wide, and not very handsome at all from Ben Greenwood. Well, keep that voting going on, lads and lasses out there. We've Levi Tarburton still leading, Ross Johnston just behind, Dean Rule in third. There's a player down at the moment, so referee just a bit of cramp down there for Jack Wilson. Not surprised after that run that he just did from one corner of the pitch to the other. It's fair play to him. Referee just saying to the goalkeeper, I want you to speed things up a little bit, to Eric Green. Five minutes to go. Looks like there's another England man about to come on. Yes, I think England they're talking to the referees because they feel that Wales are trying to waste a little bit of time here and hold play up. And yes, they're definitely not rushing, but I've got to say that I feel that Wales have they've been running the game for the most of this second half. Substitution is going to take place below us here. Number 4, Ethan Cartwright is coming on. And there's Rob Malila, the right back, is off. It looks like England are going to 3 at the back by the looks of things. So with Wales only having one player up front, with pretty much number 19, Charlie Caton there, on his own. England have decided to lose their right back, and they've put on another player further up, so definite attacking move here from England in the final phases of this match. As balls run out there by Alaric Jones. So keep your votes in on man of the matches, guys. We want to know who you think deserves. There's 2 minutes left on the voting, so get in there. If you've got a position, you haven't voted yet, Bobby Beaumont, number 5 for Wales. Been excellent.
Come on.
3 minutes to go. 0-0 here between England and Wales. Not really been a lot of injury time. The kids have done well. They've stayed pretty much throughout the whole game. They've really come for goals, of course, but they've seen a lot of good action. James Richardson plays it on, and Declan Arbour tries to flick over. A rule goes in for the challenge. Whistle's gone. We might be. We've got plenty more live football. All the major national finals for the Schools FA, England Schools FA, will be on this YouTube channel. 26th of March. We've got the Under-18 Elite Cup final. Then we've got two matches on the 27th. There's the ball that's gone across, turned quickly. And the goalkeeper had that easily covered. So we've got matches on the 26th and 27th of March. We've also got the 2nd of April. 2 more matches there in the Under-18 Schools Cup and Colleges Cup for boys. Well, I'm not sure what this is about. The referee's given the goalkeeper a yellow card there, and all he's doing is going from one side of the 6-yard box to the other. He's allowed to do that. And okay, I am an ex-goalkeeper, I'm part of the goalkeepers union, but at the end of the day, the goalkeeper's allowed to do that. He was going at a decent pace, he wasn't slowing the ball down, but he's going to take a yellow card for it. Apologies to the referee here if you're watching this. I'm paid to say what I see and what I think. I just wonder if Wales will rue that disallowed goal in the first half. That could have made all the difference. And no other major real goal scoring opportunities, you feel. And another yellow card. Number 4. Toby Vickery there on the end of a yellow. He's going to have to buy a new pen after this game. Well, this is pretty much, you can hear the England managers are pushing their players forward because they feel this is almost the last chance. And oh, that's a poor kick, no distance at all. Second opportunity, and then there's too much on that one. So we're going to go into injury time. I don't know if a board has gone up yet. They put it up a minute early before. Well, we've heard 5 minutes there. I don't know where 5 minutes has come from. I know there was a sort of heavy discussion with the Welsh manager, which possibly is a minute, and then sending them off maybe a minute. Well, 5 seems a little bit on the high side, but 5 it is. And I believe that voting has closed in the man of the match competition for England in this game. And in 4th place, Connor Taylor, number 6, who's currently on the bench. 3rd place was my choice, number 19, Dean Rule. 2nd place, he got 19% as well, quite ironically. In 2nd place with 27% was Ross Johnston. In 1st place, number 5 there on the screen, Levi Tarberton, who reads the game like a book and has always looked comfortable, even under quite a lot of pressure. And a very worthy winner of the man of the match. That's a wonderful cross in. Here's a counter-attack. Oh, this is great play here. England are trying to get a foot in. Jack Wilson. Oh, Wales have scored. Oh, my goodness. That is incredible. And look at the scenes here. Wales have scored in injury time. And that is amazing. What a run that is. I don't know actually who scored in the end, but Jack Wilson did all the hard work. And let's have a little look at this on the replay. Look where he picks the ball up from. Well, this is Jack Wilson here from his own half, from the edge of his own box. And we saw one of these runs before. What an engine this man has. And well, if there's a Welsh player of the match, you've possibly got to say it's got to be this man. He did one of these runs earlier, and oh, it was the number 19. It was Charlie Caton, the substitute, who came in at the end, and look at the joy in his face. He can't believe it. They attempted to clear it out. That's amazing. Let's have another look at this again from the low-level camera. Referee's going to add a little bit more time, but there we see the ball goes loose, and well, Tarverton, I think, tried to clear it out. It was Ben Greenwood actually tried to put the ball out of play, and he just hit it straight into Charlie Caton, and would you believe it, England 0, Wales 1. Well, only a couple of minutes left here. And now England have got to push everything forward. Just a few snippets left here. Referee possibly added a minute or two for the celebrations there, the elongated celebrations, and there was a bit of cramp as well going on while we were watching. Another ball goes into the packaging products company behind us. I tell you what, Slough Town must have a real expense bill for footballs. Probably more than 5 minutes left now, maybe a couple more. Just depends, all down to the referee. And the referee is going to blow for a foot up in the air as that challenge came in. He played the advantage, saw there was none, and pulled the play back. And now Wales will take as long as possible on this kick. Well, you've got to say that on the whole, you've got to say that you think that Wales do deserve this win. They've certainly dominated the game in the second half. It was only like the last 5-10 minutes that they possibly were happy with a 0-0 scoreline. And I feel that they did score a valid goal in the first half as well. But here's an opportunity now. Oh, what a challenge! It was Josh Story there on the right-hand wing. Story throws it. England are throwing players forward here. Richardson is blocked away. Rule appeals for a push from behind. Referee's having none of it. And Wales are happy to see that one roll away into the corner. Surely we're getting towards the final attack now. We're over the 5 minutes. Referee keeps looking at his watch. Story. Back to Cartwright. Cartwright's cross is not so good. And the referee blows for full time. And England's unbeaten season comes to an end. They've had some very impressive results during their warm-up campaign. You can see the look on the England players' faces there. They are absolutely shell-shocked here. But what a really highly entertaining match that was. And Wales are going to be back to the Valleys with 3 points. Looks like the Welsh manager, I've been told, isn't being allowed onto the pitch to celebrate with his team. I think a few words there being had, but well, I hope you've enjoyed the coverage here. We've certainly enjoyed bringing this coverage to you. And the final score here at Arbour Park Stadium in Slough. It's England 0, Wales 1. There's our man of the match. And got a feeling there's going to be a bit of singing in the dressing rooms. Well, there go the teams off into the night. It's a long way back. But let's have a quick look while we're the teams go. Let's have a quick look at the goal. So to start off with, it looked promising for England. This was a great little move down the right hand side. Story with the cut back, and it's all England. And then this is the counter attack, and what a move this is. And Jack Wilson, who's been threatening all match, and he did one of these runs earlier. He's got a real engine on him. He's got pace and power, and look at him surge through, and Tarberton gets the arm out. He realizes he's been beaten for pace, and there's a little bit of confusion, and then, well, there's Caton, comes in. He comes in, and as the ball is cleared out, and these are the celebrations as Charlie Caton, number 19, is buried. Is buried by his fans. Well, thank you very much for watching. We hope you've enjoyed the coverage. Plenty more action here on ESFA TV. We've got plenty more games to come. Our next live coverage is on the 26th of March. We're live from Ewood Park at Blackburn Rovers FC for the Under-18 Elite Cup final. Then we've got two matches on the 27th of March at Fylde Stadium, still up in the northwest of England near Preston. 2nd of April, we're at Shrewsbury Town FC for 2 more live games. And then the second Centenary Shield match, which England are hosting, is on the 5th of April at Redditch United up in the Midlands. They are playing Northern Ireland. Next match in the Centenary Shield is in a week's time, and next Thursday, Wales against Northern Ireland at Aberystwyth. And a few more games. England's next match is Friday the 22nd of March up at Inverurie, where they play Scotland. My name's Adrian Battersby. On behalf of the whole team here, Nick Ferguson-Lee, Ezra Pinnock, Ben Carrier and Sean Duran, we've enjoyed bringing this match to you. We'll see you again shortly. Goodbye for now.